Hello, everyone, and wow, great time for that to happen. Welcome to episode 55 of Red Dirt and Stardust, a Dungeons and Dragons 5th edition Western and pirate science fantasy campaign. So, where last we left off, the group had completed their mission in the House of Cards. They picked their prizes, of which they could have one of many. Upon leaving, they went back into the tower and had several heart-to-heart conversations about who they were to each other and what the visions meant to them. You had a moment where they revealed themselves for the first time in the privacy of the great outdoors, and Jed and Chauncey had a deep conversation on where their relationship was going. Afterwards, they set off towards Coyote's cliff and found a magical rainbow that they entered to find leprechauns. Apparently, a chunk of the Feywild had dropped out of the Feywild and landed in the material plane. They ended up sending it away to Drake's Ridge, and they continued on from there. So, we begin, I'm going to say about maybe an hour after that event. Jed and Shaw, you have sobered up. The effects of the Feywild have passed over you, and you are feeling relatively normal now, whatever that may be. Um, and you are continuing down the road in your covered wagon with your two horses given to you by the Night Riders. So, what all are you doing now?
That's a good question.
Uh, I'm gonna take a
Mm.
nap in this wagon.
I think Shaw and Jed are just like on the floor of the wagon. It's like, man, I'm not drunk anymore. Can't. All the horrors are back. You know, the many horrors. Shaw, do you get me?
I understand the horrors. I also have the horrors. It's very relatable.
God damn those abject horrors.
I was trying to think if I had any healing spells to help the hangover, but all I have are curse spells.
Well, that's
I
Wait,
curse you.
Wait, are they like hungover?
well, it's been about an hour, so they've sobered up. Unless they
Hmm.
somehow have obtained more alcohol and have continued drinking. Um,
You don't know me.
Violet.
We have an alchemy jug that just can produce a shit ton of wine if we ever need
this is
it.
where Jed
Sweet.
reveals that
Fuck
he has
yeah.
auto brewery syndrome and he can just get drunk off a loaf of bread.
Jesus, yeah.
Nice.
Remember,
I
you
keep
only get
forgetting about
hungover
that
if you get
alchemy jug.
sober.
Oh, yeah,
Yeah.
I'm gonna say it. There's a lot of items you have in your bag that you all continually forget about. It was that
Wait,
way in the
right.
first campaign. You all
I
swore
have
that you would kill the boss with the stone of skipping, and it just stayed in the bottom of your bag.
I was
Well,
so
that
mad
was
about that.
a bit.
I do have 20 pounds of rat pelts. If anyone
yeah.
wants that
That's
at
just-
some point.
I'm
You
so
still
glad.
have your rat pellets?
I love that for you. Yeah.
Those
I
were
haven't.
the
We haven't been in fucking Drake's Ridge long enough for me to process my own rat pelts. And you kept yours too.
Yeah,
Wait.
in the bag of holding that you gave me.
Low key, can that alchemy jug make enough wine for the thing I need wine for?
um. You need what? 100 gold worth of wine.
100 gold worth of wine. Yep.
I mean, I don't see why
Makes-
not.
it
We
makes
could
a few
just like make a lot of
gallons.
wine.
Yeah.
Right.
Like,
And I mean, we
Um,
could probably make some
spend a
aging
couple
barrels,
days
right?
just pumping wine out of the alchemy
It
jug.
makes
right,
a
right.
gallon of wine.
Yeah. So
Um,
How much is a gallon of wine?
if we make some aging barrels, we'll just
The
throw
thing
the
is,
wine
I
in there.
have no fucking clue how much. I guess it. I think it depends on how
bottle is
good the
10.
wine is.
That's all I was gonna say. It's all based on quality.
It's all based on quality, not quantity. So if it's making a gallon, it's not the expensive stuff. Like this
Right.
is the I
I
bought
like
it at the
that.
dollar store.
Literally,
So no
the point of
Marlowe.
Yofi's spell is to have like one very nice bottle of
I
wine.
just want
Or you
fucking
could
wine.
just like get like 10 barrels of shit wine and cast it.
Yeah, can we just start pumping fucking wine out of that alchemy jug?
We're getting like
Alright.
Franzia out here. Like,
Chauncey, I'm gonna need you to make some wine
Just the
bags.
box of
Wow.
we're
wine.
getting the box wine.
Just throw that
Wait.
sponsorship out the window.
I love that
Hang
magical experiment. Well, I didn't have a $100 bottle of wine, so I just took a trip down to the Dollar General and bought $100 worth of wine. I hope this works. It's
Can
just
we?
like 25 boxes of wine.
Can we turn the rat pelts into wine skins?
Ew.
Probably. I've
You
got,
probably
I mean-
could.
let me reattune to my all-purpose tool, and I've got proficiency in everything to make whatever you need.
You see, this is how the Black Plague started.
It was Lyla trying to find something to hold her wine.
Oh my god.
Wait, who's driving the cart while these two are drunk on the floor?
If we're drunk
I
on the
guess
floor and you're
technically-
making wine,
I think
Who's
I
driving the
wine?
car? The car
Wait.
flies off the
Good
cliff.
animal
probably
handling.
Lyla shouting back like,
Oh.
Who
Chauncey-
has good-
Chauncey's doing needlepoint in the corner of the cart, just like, what the fuck is going on?
Shaw,
Which
do
of
you
your-
have good?
Which of your versions is best at cart driving, Lyla?
yeah, I have the best animal handling, so Lyla probably is driving the cart.
Oh yeah, she does, doesn't she?
Yeah, she has a +4. I have half proficiency in everything, so
Oh wow.
She has
Yeah.
a way with the baser life forms.
yep.
All
So
right.
I mean, yeehaw, I guess. I don't know. Where are we supposed to be going?
Coyote Cliff.
Oh, fuck me. Okay, yeah. To that way. I don't know where I'm going. Do I know where I'm going?
There's like one road, and it goes in one direction.
Going that
Oh,
way.
to that
This
That
is
way.
Amarillo. It is 90% wide open cornfields, so it's pretty hard to get lost if you're following the road.
However,
enough.
imagine if Lyla turned into Aiden while driving.
I think
I mean,
Aiden could
technically,
do
they can
it.
both handle a horse just
I mean,
as well.
especially if it's just like one road.
Not like that.
I think Aiden's got it.
All right,
yeah,
so I guess make
so
an
that
animal
way.
handling check.
Oh shit. Okay.
That one.
There it is. 19.
So you manage to keep the animals on course. And the rest of this day is entirely uneventful. However, the moon quickly begins to rise, and it's clear that at some point you are going to have to stop to go to sleep. So,
Mm.
are we doing a tower? Are we doing
gonna
the...
say, I can make a tower out here.
We
in the
see a
middle of
nice
fucking nowhere.
spot.
The only thing with the tower is it's pretty obvious if I
Mhm.
make one. It does not have natural protection.
Yeah.
it's a
So
lot comfier than my tiny hut.
Yeah.
So
That's fair.
Yeah, the tiny hut is indestructible except by what? Dispel magic and disintegrate or something like
Something
that.
like
But the
that.
tower has amenities like a bathroom
and
and
beds.
beds.
yeah, that's
Ends
fair.
are
That's fair.
helpful.
Also, it's probably more defensible than, say, a camp.
Well, I mean, it does have like hit points. Like it can be knocked down,
Yeah,
I think.
yeah.
Aren't we supposed to be like posing as just regular old adventurers so they don't realize that we're coming directly for them? Isn't that the plan?
So should we just like build a hut or something instead
I don't
of like a
know.
giant
A
tower?
lean- Two.
I don't wanna.
Jed
Shaw,
moans
do
from
your
the back.
tower.
Yeah, I'm doing my tower. Alright. I'll upcast it to 5th level so it's 4 stories tall.
Yay.
All right. And
We-
what rooms do you have in there? I'm assuming
we'll do
the...
lounge, bedroom, fuckboy room for those two.
Fuck boy room.
The top floor will be a washroom. It'll have a drain that just drains out the side or something. It's fine.
Oh, yeah.
Chauncey just leans over, just like, is that swing suspended from the ceiling what I think it's for?
Oh, for Christ's sake.
You were a lot dirtier than I thought you were.
I didn't cast the spell.
Yeah, but like that's right where your mind went. Like,
Shaw dropping hints.
He's been spending a lot of time with me at night.
Question: shouldn't
tracks.
the fuckboy room be at the top so we don't have to get through that?
No,
Yeah,
it's
that's what I
fine.
said. Well, I mean, we have to go through them for the washroom, but it's fine.
I don't mind. It's cool. Like, pretty sure most of us have seen each other naked at
I
one
was gonna say
point.
at this point, especially because like
For yourself. I am
Chauncey's
a
the only one
gentleman.
that doesn't get naked in front of everyone, right? I think.
Oh, the only people who've seen Chauncey naked are Lyla and
I
Jed.
don't think Jed's
That's
seen
supposed to-
anybody naked besides
Except for Chauncey.
Chauncey.
You've literally seen Lyla with her face off.
I mean,
So,
yeah.
I mean,
That's a little different from
That's a
naked, though.
spiritual level of nudity we weren't prepared for.
right. Like,
Ooh.
But yeah, no one's seen Adrien in the buff yet.
well, I wasn't interested anyway, so
Yeah.
Damn.
Yeah, actually, now that I think about it, I have changed in front of Jed before, but I'm pretty sure he turned around, so no one's seen me naked either.
You left your underwear on. I just gave you a change of outfits.
I did very much.
the
I
point
would
is-
never.
nothing's going to stop Lyla from taking a bath, is what we're getting at here.
So is it a communal washroom or?
Yes. I think
Like
I
I
think
said.
so.
Nothing.
It has a nice little like clawed bathtub. There's a mirror.
All right. Well, Adrien has, unfortunately, he has very long, thick hair, which also means oily. So he's definitely going to go to the washroom.
That
Well,
bathtub's
I
not
think
a
you're gonna have to
bitch.
Yeah, I was
fight
gonna say, we're gonna have to
Lyla.
wait for Lyla to
Yeah.
finish.
You want to come for
All
these
right,
kitties?
how are we
How
doing
often
this?
do you how often does the tub refill itself, or do you have to wash in somebody else's gross
Such-
bathwater?
Such a
How
good
often are
question.
Lyla and Adrien going to fight over a bathtub is the
Yeah,
real
that's a
question. Because
really
this
good
is
This is
two for
what,
two.
twice? This is the second time?
Well, they're both very fancy people.
Yeah.
Yes, I fucking love it. That's hilarious.
Just having a fancy off.
I mean, we
Um,
can always just do it together and just stay.
I mean, all it says is that the
sensible.
washroom can have a toilet, a wash tub, a magical brazier, as sauna benches.
Sauna benches?
Yeah,
Sauna
it
benches.
specifically
Okay.
says sauna benches.
Well,
this could just turn
That's-
into like, oh, Geralt and
Well,
That's-
Yennefer.
it's got a brazier, so we can put some stones
Yeah.
and some of that water on the.
Yeah.
Hell yeah, we're doing that.
Yeah.
It's the cruising room.
Yeah.
We're doing it.
Actually,
Oh my god.
the brazier.
I don't
you have to
understand that.
get
Like,
through the fuckboy room to get to the cruising room.
Right.
I mean, if you're gonna get to the fuckboy room, you at least need a shower.
There's a ladder. It's not like you're in the direct
Yeah, it's
splash
just
zone.
literally there's one ladder that connects all the rooms
Yeah.
together. It
That's, like,
specifically
funny.
says so. There's literally just one.
Let's put like a curtain at the entrance.
all
But-
right.
All right.
What's the problem?
Well,
You see something you jealous of?
Well, this is above board.
Mm.
well, I'm gonna. Y'all can fight over the back. Bye. Good night.
It goes to bed.
Cinnamon,
Alright.
come on.
So
oh my
are
god,
we
I
just
forgot
gonna?
about that cute little dragon.
I feel like we should
Yeah.
just share the bath.
Absolutely not. No.
You want Lyla to share a bath with you?
You can
Are you kidding me?
take turns in the bath. Like that's normal.
It's a thing that's possible.
You know, I'm just gonna
Okay,
go to
fine,
bed
I'll go
downstairs
first.
on my Tressum
Bitch.
beanbag.
Jedidiah prestidigitations himself clean. And gets
that's
to bed.
what I was thinking. I was just gonna be like, yeah, I could skip out. It's fine.
It's not about getting clean, okay?
Also,
about
Lila's
feeling
had a
fancy.
fucking day. Lila deserves this bath.
That's kind of what I'm saying. Like, this was a whole thing. We
Yeah.
did that whole bit with the whatchamacallit, the guys and the fish.
And now we have wine.
We have so much wine. We have infinite wine.
Infinite wine.
Why, Lila's just out
Well,
there with
a
the
gallon a
alcohol
day,
wine.
but infinite wine.
Yeah.
So no, Yennefer. No,
Doesn't it also
Yofi
make
ha-
mayonnaise?
It does make
Wine,
mayonnaise.
mayonnaise, oil.
Yofi
Why, man?
went
Like,
first the
everything
last
makes
time.
sense to me, but mayonnaise.
Fine, fine.
Like,
Just take your bath. But in the meantime, I'm gonna steam myself over here, and she's completely nude. She doesn't give a fuck. She's letting it all out. And for the record, I don't know if I've ever described Lila's physicality, but she's like Anglo-Asian. She's real tiny, 5'4", but she got tiggo bitties. Like just
I was about to
ridiculous.
say a shorter Jessica Rabbit.
Yes.
Yeah, basically.
Like her spine should not do that. Like
I can't take the weight.
Adrien, fine. You do the sauna. I will do I'll do the bath.
that's fine.
Adrien is how do I twunk?
Twunky.
Twunky.
Yeah.
That word's getting thrown around a lot this campaign. All right.
I have
See
a
you
nice
all.
little strength, so I'm just a scrawny little bitch.
String bean pole.
you go if you go through the bedroom area, you see Jedidiah sitting with Cinnamon, and it's like, you know that scene in Over the Garden Wall right at the beginning where the frog and Greg are like sitting next to each other, and they're like, like just like mirroring each other's movements. And I'm just like, doo, doo, doo. And then I want Cinnamon is like also just like,
Oh, just bonding,
thrilled.
father-son bonding time.
So thrilled. Absolutely love.
By the way, Chrysanthus is pruning him. He's cleaning himself on like the bathtub rim.
Cute.
All
I
right.
feel like, wait, am I the only
I
one who doesn't
will-
have Pokemon now?
Yeah.
I think you are.
You are.
Oh, damn
Every
it.
campaign of ours just turns into Pokemon. It's why I haven't done the sidekick mechanic thing yet, because you
Every
all already
single
have
time.
them. Everyone just has a Pokemon.
All right. I
Chauncey's
gotta
just
get
walking
I gotta
around
get
and
five
he's just
familiars.
handing plates of food to everybody after he cooks.
Yay.
You should eat before you sleep.
It wouldn't
Okay.
surprise me if Yofi's Pokemon turned into like a sentient mirror.
No. It's better.
like a Lopunny or something.
The version of Pokemon is Aiden going into battle and throwing one of Chauncey's stuffies.
Oh my god.
That's what he does. See, like, carries it around on a leash. He's like, I choose you.
Just cast animate objects on it first.
Right.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say,
Exactly
yeah.
true.
That may be why I've been making them the entire campaign.
I technically could cast like Shillelagh or something with one of them and just like whack somebody.
Did you guys ever watch the Ragnarok? No, it wasn't Ragnarok. It was Thor.
Love and Thunder.
Love and Thunder, yes. When
Yes.
it's the little girl with the stuffed animal shooting lightning out of its eyes.
Yes, I want that. I want that for my life.
I mean, technically Chauncey can make it. Can you technically make a wand of lightning bolts with Artificer stuff?
It depends on what I can. Is it what's the rarity on it?
Oh, I don't know.
I think I can
it's
make
like
anything. It's up to you as the DM what I can feasibly make.
oh, it's rare.
Yeah,
So that's
Rare.
probably not
I
right
ma-
now.
I made Shaw a fucking crystal ball that's full of his dead parents' memories.
Oh yeah, the dead
True.
mom crystal ball.
He's real good with
Basically like
dead
the-
moms.
Isn't that basically like the crystal from Superman?
Dead moms love him.
Did
Not
we
living
also
ones.
do a lot of dead moms too?
Oh
We-
yeah.
we've gotten a few dead moms.
I will have you know, my mom is alive and well. It's
Yeah.
my dad that's
All
dead.
of my characters' moms are alive. All right.
Yes, they are.
Very often when I write a character, the character has a very happy backstory.
I only did the sad dead parents thing the one time with Arthur. That was
Oh yeah.
Wait, you guys had parents?
Oh right, yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, Lark-
technically you had a dad.
Didn't
Technically.
even have
Crawled out of a flower. It's fine.
All right.
So yes,
So,
long resting.
Continuing with
Titties.
your
Long
rest.
resting.
Yes, you all have a relatively uninterrupted long rest.
Take long rest. Remember to
Maybe
reset items.
maybe a wind blows through and rattles the windows of the tower, but otherwise it's relatively calm. Chauncey, however, You have a strange dream. It only lasts a moment. It is gray powder of some kind. It's like you're looking into a barrel of this grayish, silvery powder. And you just hear Chauncey as gray fingers begin to poke up and push forward to a hand coming out of this powder. And then you wake up with a jolt. But otherwise, you're completely fine.
Wake up and the Cinnamon's butt is in your face. Curled up right next to
Cinnamon
you.
has just gone full cat mode.
Red starfish.
Oh God.
Like, Hans is
Oh.
just like, Jed, get,
Mm.
can you? He's right.
He's comfy.
Only
don't-
in your toot.
Jedi has the front end is facing towards him.
Of course.
The cute side, the cute side. But Chauncey's just gonna probably sit there or he's gonna lay in bed and kind of just stare up at the ceiling, wondering what the hell that was about. And he's just Lovey May is gonna post up right next to Jed on the side of the bed, like kneeling and staring at his sleeping form, because like deserves like. I mean, if Cinnamon's fine, then Chauncey's pets are fine too, right?
I
The
feel
giant.
I feel like Chauncey's side of the bed is at like 40 degrees and Jed's side of the bed is at like 102 or something.
Yeah.
You all sleep crossways across each other.
Oh, I thought you were talking temperature-wise. I do.
Yeah.
I do like the idea that he runs hot and Chauncey
Yeah.
runs literally cold because he's half
And
dead.
it balances out nicely.
Jedidiah
It's like a calm
wakes
spring
up enough
breeze.
to see Lovey May like right in front of him. Ugh. And then I minor illusion a bag over her head.
Ugly, damn. Like,
She's beautiful. She's just a little creepy.
She's haunting.
I was gonna say, she's got that scary doll thing going on.
she
So.
do. She do.
It's in the dark, and you see her hot eyes glinting.
Mm. Those soulless dead eyes, but they're not. I mean, do automata have a soul? Question mark.
I mean, it could always
No.
be like
No.
the time it could always be like reincarnated as a slime when the Lovey May just progressively gains a sentience.
And who the fuck knows where? Wait, what's the other one? Talipo. Talipo is somewhere in this, not in this room. Good luck, everybody else. She's as smart as an average human being. Don't ask me why.
That is terrifying.
Also,
Yeah.
what is Shaw's cat's name again?
Faux
Faux
pas.
pas.
What about
Faux pas. It's faux pas.
Faux pas?
Ah, yeah.
Oh, baby.
I love how like
I mean, they could
literally
basically
half of the
turn
people
into-
have familiars.
Yeah.
Not this guy. Not this guy.
Well, you're a bard. If you get enough levels, you can pick it with a magical secret.
It's fine.
Mhm.
I don't need one.
Well, Lyla has multiple familiars.
Yeah,
technically.
Yeah.
we don't have
I
to
was
worry
gonna
about
say,
it.
Lyla is a
Kind of
familiar.
good.
Lila's her own familiar.
Pretty much.
All right.
She ain't need no pet.
So it's probably around maybe 8:30 in the morning by the time everyone gets up and moving.
Mhm.
Um,
I'm making waffles.
Okay, donkey.
Ooh,
That
delightful.
was a very donkey delivery.
Thank you. I'm going to roll, and I'll reattune to the all-purpose tool for the day because YOLO. Who needs what? What I have attuned? Pyramol, the gun, the shoes, and the shield. No, wait, the gun doesn't actually require attunement. So yeah, we'll do Pyramol, the shield, the shoes, and the all-purpose tool. So here we go. How good are these waffles? Okay, that's 11 plus.
A
More than
billion and a
11.
half.
I double my proficiency bonus on tool checks I'm proficient with, so that's plus 8
So that's
plus 5.
already
So that's plus
17.
13.
Oh,
It's a 24. These are 24 grade waffles.
pretty good.
24/7. Yeah, and that's because I rolled an 8.
Where in the name of O did you find cinnamon at this time of year?
He's right here.
I was waiting for
Fuck you, Jen.
You literally just turn Cinnamon upside down and shake him. Dust falls off him.
Yeah.
I think he smells like a red hot.
I actually did scrape cinnamon for some cinnamon flavoring.
It's just the
Oh my
scales.
God.
Just powdered. Don't ask. It's fine.
Spicy.
Yum.
Oof. All right. So after you have your lovely cinnamon waffles with probably syrup and maybe some butter, you all can set off again on the road.
Road again.
As you all pass through wheat fields, seeing barely any trees, the sky above you completely crystal blue, filled with very puffy clouds piled on top of each other. At some point, you see a column of smoke off in the distance.
All right, let's do this.
As you get closer to it, it is a ways off the road. Far enough that perhaps at night no one would have seen the light of the fire, but you can see the smoke in the daytime.
Last time we left this road.
Leprechauns, right?
Yeah.
Do we
Had a good
see
time.
anything besides just smoke? How far away are we right now?
Probably maybe like 400 feet from the road.
Jed, do you want to send Cinnamon to go check it out?
Yes.
Cinnamon and Faux Pas should do a tag team.
Yeah!
I can also send Chrysanthus.
Do
Oh
it.
my God.
Send all the
Pokemon time. 3
Call my
Wow.
son.
Go, wait.
I love it. Yes, let's go.
You
Chauncey's
watch
gonna
as
lean down to Tailipo and be like, make sure they don't die.
The
Oh
only
my
one
God.
that actually has any like combat
Cinnamon can
abilities.
breathe fire.
Hey, Chrysanthus is technically a fae.
True.
Yeah, so you see a Tressum, a Raven, a Pseudo-Dragon, and a Robot Sphinx fly off from
Walk
the
into a
cart.
bar.
I didn't watch this season of Paw Patrol, did you?
Hold on. You know,
I
in
was just
Pokemon
gonna
the-
say there could be an entire spin-off.
you know in Pokemon the first movie how it opens with like that Pikachu Park episode of just like all of Ash's Pokemon having their
Yes.
own little day together? We need just like one day of that.
Yeah.
Where we all just play.
Play your own familiars.
Yes.
I've DM'd sessions of that.
I love it.
Very fun.
All right, so I guess everybody roll a perception check for your particular familiar.
Hey.
Let me look up pseudo dragon.
Yeah,
Have you not added
Oh,
it
yeah.
to your extras yet? Get your shit together.
Okay, what the fuck is an extra? I don't
You
even
can-
know what that is.
On your D&D page, if you go to extra and manage extras, you can add like
Yeah.
wild shapes, familiars,
Oh.
pets.
and shit.
Yeah, it's really fun.
Pseudo drag. Can I just search it in the thingy?
Yeah.
Yep. And just add it, and then you can name it.
Extras.
Manage extras.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, yeah.
I'll use Google for now, but I don't need to pull things up. I think I just get a plus. Oh, I get a +3.
Nice.
Hell yeah,
Level
cinnamon.
20.
Demogorgon counts as a familiar.
17.
There we go.
I got
Cinnamon
22.
did so good. Fuck you.
Tailipo don't give a fuck. She got a tan. I roll.
Oh, he has keen senses though. I can roll again.
Hell yeah.
Nice.
Okay, it was worse.
So 17 for Cinnamon,
20 for faux pas.
20 for Faux Pas,
22 for Chrysanthus.
22 for
What are you
Chrysanthus.
guys' perception bonuses?
Faux pas is
20.
a +5.
Um,
What?
Yeah, I
Yeah.
got it. I got it.
Cinnamon.
Advantage if it has to do with smell.
I
Ooh.
get advantage on all perception checks. So
Ooh.
there.
Oh.
All right, and you said Tailipo got a 10.
I rolled a 2. Taily Poe got a 10. She gets double my proficiency bonus added to her perception checks.
Jesus.
I completely
She's a
forgot that-
homunculus.
I
Why
forgot that
is Cinnamon the worst one?
I forgot that faux pas can't do any attacks in combat though. So
True.
Yeah.
Taily Poe also has evasion, so if she saves a saving throw, she won't get hit anyway.
faux
True,
pas has
yeah.
detect invisibility.
Very
For
true.
some
Yeah,
reason.
that might come in useful. Well, that's just a Trussin thing.
Yeah.
So yeah, you all watch through your familiar's eyes as they fly over this site. It's very clear
Literally,
from the
fuck did
sky.
everybody go? Like, they're all just.
All our eyes are just like great.
Oh, no. Chauncey can't do that, actually, because she's not actually a familiar. He just sent Taily Poe to keep the rest of them safe.
Okay, got it.
So
Yeah,
there is
everybody
a
else's
glow
eyes
now.
just turn white as they're all just like,
It's like with Stranger Things.
like
oh my
drool
goodness.
dripping down my mouth, like.
Everybody's just like staring into the middle distance. Anyway, so you all see this is very clearly some sort of ritual site. There is what appears to be a cauldron in the center of a very large circle. It's very clearly a sort of ritual circle. It has runes, it has arcane sigils on it. There are also about 7 dead bodies, and there appears to be a lot of blood everywhere. Um,
Do we know anything about gunpowder witches?
so I'm going to need all of you that have a familiar that you're looking through the eyes of, since you're looking through the eyes of it, to make an Arcana check.
Awesome. Great.
Arcana.
I'm so good at those.
Intelligence.
I'm gonna guidance myself.
Hey, you rolled really good, Jed, actually.
Oh my god, my Raven has a -3 intelligence.
I
Oh,
think it's your
It's your
intelligence.
stat.
It's yours,
Oh,
since
it's
you're the one
my-
that's looking.
Yeah, for this, use yours.
Okay, mine is a 13.
A 13,
And that's with a +8.
I got 22.
Oh,
22.
I'm excited about my 19.
Yeah, Jed got 19.
Okay. So this didn't need a lot. It's very clearly, weirdly, a find familiar ritual spell.
Oh, interesting.
Bro, I really know this.
Yeah, I would know this.
I just did that. I learned that one just now.
Which is strange because usually it doesn't involve things like cauldrons. You can get away with a brazier, but it's slightly changed in ways you don't quite understand. Shaw, I think you would be the closest. It seems it was created to summon multiple familiars, but it is still the find familiar spell, not the flock of familiars
That's all I was
spell.
gonna ask.
It is not the flock of familiar spell, but it is a find familiar spell written specifically for 3 people to do at the same time.
Oh, weird.
Weird
Is it-
group effort familiar.
I shall share this information with the party.
I will say there is
Yeah.
also a lot of blood.
Yeah.
That's
Just-
like a Shar, is that like a weird amount of blood for a find familiar spell?
That's a weird amount of blood for a find.
I feel like you should ask the Dhampir.
Does find familiar require ritual sacrifices?
No, I don't think it does. I don't think it needs blood usually.
Usually, no.
I think the normal amount is 0 blood.
Yeah.
Should we go? I feel like we should actually go check that now.
I mean, we are looking for witches, right?
Mhm.
This is clearly some eldritch horror thing going on.
So I will say
Oh.
at this point, I believe some of you would probably remember. I don't remember who said it, to be honest, but someone mentioned there was a rumor that gunpowder witches gained specific abilities by conjuring a familiar and then eating it alive.
I feel like that was me because it part of my story. So it would have been told to me.
Oh.
It might have been told to
Whatever.
you by someone, but you wouldn't have known it yourself. Gunpowder witches are relatively new, historically speaking.
Right.
But someone told that to you. I forget who it was.
Rumor has it. Okay.
I think it might have been Chauncey's brother.
Could have been.
Or
Maybe.
anyway,
Tally ho! Let's
Um,
go check out the dead bodies.
yeah.
Yeah, man. She'll like do the horse thing.
Yep, so you kind of pull
Yeah.
off the road so that people can pass by, let the horses graze on the grass as you all tromp
Should
your
we
way over.
sneak our way up or just
We didn't see any people, right?
yeah.
Well, you saw bodies.
But not like alive bodies.
No,
Aside from the witches.
no, you did not
There were
see
no
any
witches.
alive
Yeah.
bodies.
Do we think the familiars fought back instead of just casually getting eaten?
Probably.
Familiars don't tend to-
Investigation!
The familiars don't tend to be very good in
Yeah,
combat.
they
but
kind of
maybe.
just do what you tell them to.
Yeah.
So, like,
I think if I
Investigation.
told faux pas to let me eat faux pas, I'm not sure how that would go down.
Boba would probably scratch her face.
Well, this
All right.
conversation has become dreadfully uncomfortable.
All right. Investigation.
All right. You all approach this site. There are still things that are burning. The smoke is coming from basically bonfires, piles of sticks piled together with things that seem to have been thrown into it, extinguished hastily. The bodies around have the same markings as back in Serenity Rock when the windmill got blown up. The same marking carved into their forehead, the 12-pointed star with the rays at multiple lengths. And in the center is the cauldron that is belching smoke.
Is there anything in the cauldron?
You don't know. You could always look.
I'm going to investigate because I don't have to breathe.
All
Right.
Oh, that's this. I could send faux pas. Faux pas immune to poison. So.
All right. So are you both going to investigate?
Yes.
I'll
14.
Chauncey the help action.
I'll let
Oh,
them,
thanks.
I'll let
baby.
them take care of it. I'll look at the dead bodies.
The help action gave me a 19 plus guidance is 1 plus my modifier is an additional 8. So 28.
Goodness. And Shaw,
Okay.
you said you were investigating the bodies?
Yep, dead bodies.
All right. Let's do that first. What did you get?
So 18. Not quite
18.
a 28, but
All right. So it looks like a lot of these bodies were burnt. Something happened and there was fire. But there are also bullet holes in these bodies, as if some of them survived the burning and had gotten shot.
this looks like something Jen and Chauncey would do together, honestly.
Yeah.
What were y'all up to last night between hours of
I was with my son. Thank you very much.
We're not that. No. Hurting people?
I clutched cinnamon to my chest. I would never expose Tim to such violence.
You've never burned someone alive and you've never shot somebody.
I mean,
I think he thinks we're just a bunch of murderers.
I mean, maybe.
I never saw a dead body until I met you.
I mean,
I've never killed someone without at least good cause.
Yeah.
all right. I will also say if you are going to I will say if you are going to try and loot the bodies, these people were wearing basically very simple tunics, and you might be able to find 1 or 2 unmelted daggers.
Yeah.
The rest of them charred or melted or in some way would need to be repaired or polished
Are they
in
like
some way.
culty tunics?
They
like
are very culty
robes?
tunics.
Okay.
Chauncey's like, get those. Get. We need 5 of them.
Okay.
5 of
Ew.
I'll start collecting them. I'm like peeling them off the burnt body, like
A lot of them are burnt. A lot of them do have a lot of burnt stuff on them and blood. It would need
Prestidigitation.
significant
That'll
repair.
Baby.
prestidigitate right out.
Chauncey's very first tool proficiency was a sewing kit.
That's
okay,
what
we'll
we're
start
saying.
an assembly line of I'm taking the bodies off and cleaning the burnt skin and then handing it down to be prestidigitation.
Yep.
Someone should come out with a brand of stain remover called prestidigitation.
Like
I'm just-
OxyClean. They have a
I'm
Billy
just saying-
Mays. They're advertising it.
We can sneak into the cult if we have cult robes.
That is very true.
I always wanted
I
to
don't
join
hate
the
Yeah,
cult,
yeah.
so-
I snap my fingers, my clothes go and turn into the coat robes. I'm totally good on the dead people clothes.
Yep.
But
I know that spell, but I didn't take it today.
they're witches. They might be able to see through illusions. Also, I meant, why am I talking? I'm not breathing right now, staring into this cauldron.
Okay.
Well, that is true. You do need to breathe in order to talk.
Yeah.
All right. So after that brief little conversation, we'll say you go to look into this cauldron. As you do, you lean over it, the smoke billowing into your face. And suddenly you're blinded.
Oh no.
Lovely.
Great.
The symbol that has been carved into these people's foreheads blazes in your vision, made of fire, as you just hear, Chauncey!
Am I also hearing this?
No, you do not. You just see
Okay.
black smoke. Chauncey, you step back, your vision returning, and you find your hand is resting on your gun. But bubbling out of the cauldron is a black, horrible, thick goo, and the cauldron begins to hiss and sag as if it were melting. And I need everybody to roll initiative.
Fantastic.
Cool. Cool.
Cauldron fight.
Swear to God, this
We
website
fought a
hates me.
cauldron.
Damn.
Oh yeah, this is the
Jesus
second
Christ.
time you all have fought a
Lila, what
cauldron,
is your
technically.
bonus to initiative? What the fuck?
Oh, it's +5, and also I have a hand axe that gives me advantage.
Okay, I was like, what the hell?
Yeah.
I rolled a 4.
4 for
You're a
Adrien.
wizard. You don't want to go
Oh,
first.
damn, you got a 24. Jesus.
Yeah.
Yeah, Lila got,
Lila got a
Jesus
24.
Christ.
Yeah, Lyla got a 24.
I got a 15.
15 for
Chauncey got an 18.
18 for Chauncey, and Jed,
14.
14. All right, so Lila, looks like you're going first. You see Chauncey leap back. And actually, if you would like to make a perception check real quick. Actually, no. What's your passive perception?
20.
You see, usually Chauncey is big on using Pyre Maul, but when he jumps back, you notice he puts his hand on his gun, which is slightly unusual for Chauncey.
Okay.
But now it is your turn, as you see the cauldron beginning to melt as this thick black sludge is boiling over it.
Whatever the hell that is. Okay. I think we're gonna. Do I want to use that thing? I would just want to get a fairy fire off on it. So we will give it an unsettling words.
Cool.
Yep. And since I did actually attune to Myth Carver, it's gonna get a -D8 and disadvantage.
A -D8 and disadvantage.
Yep.
Let's go
Damn,
with
okay.
cover.
Yep. And that's what is fairy fire a dex?
Dex save.
Yeah.
All right, so disadvantage. And then minus a D8, you said?
Correct.
It rolled a 7, so it gets a 3.
Well, I think it failed.
Yep, so it is successfully fairy fired. You watch as Lyla flings out her fairy fire that hails down onto this horrible goop thing. And I think at this point the cauldron will have been completely subsumed. This broiling tar thing sitting where the cauldron once was. Is there anything else you would like to do with your turn? I think you can.
Nope,
You only have to
I'm out of
move.
stuff. So, I mean, I guess just move back. Let's call it 20 feet.
All right. Chauncey, I need you to make me a wisdom saving throw.
Yay! Ooh,
Uh-oh.
I got a 9.
What was on the die?
A 5.
I can make it a 15 with Portent.
That'd make it a 19
There you
with
go.
my modifier.
I'll do it.
Thanks.
All right. You resist your urge to use your gun. You remove your hand and it goes to Pyre Maul, its usual spot.
Okay,
It is now
cool.
your turn.
Yeah. Okay, Chauncey's gonna be like, oh, I should probably talk to somebody about this. Like hearing voices, seeing things.
I see a little flash of like Chauncey using his gun, and I'm like, use the hammer, Chauncey.
Hammer time.
Also like his eyes are like red again, like vampire mode. It's the stinging of the smoke, surely. But yeah, I'm gonna just fucking go on up and start swinging at this fucker.
Cool.
First attack is a 5 plus 11, 16. Does that hit?
That will hit.
Okay.
Look for you. Is it okay?
Here is 46. Do you need me to divide out the magical bludgeoning or fire?
No, I do not.
All right. 20 points of damage on the first hit.
All right.
Second attack.
And that was with advantage due to the fairy fire, right?
Oh, I wasn't crit fishing. Okay, so we'll just do that second roll as the other thing. Now we'll swing again. Thanks, Fairy Fire. We love you, Fairy Fire.
Yeah.
Yes.
Don't we just?
25 to hit on that.
That will hit.
I will use my Arcane Jolt on this hit to add another 2d6 of force damage.
Cool.
Oh my god, I think it's lower than last time. No, it's a little bit higher. 22 points of damage on that hit.
All right. This thing isn't looking too good as you are blasting this thing with fire and smashing it. You see a lot of the ground becoming stained and the goop trying to pull itself together, shrinking visibly.
Yeah, Chauncey's got like a splatter of tar oil on one side of his face. He's getting a little too into this fight.
Uh-huh.
Bonus action, Talipo.
Of course.
Oh, she gets advantage as well.
Because of the fairy fire.
Because of the fairy fire. 7 plus my spell attack bonus to hit, I believe, makes it a 15. Spell attack bonus. Oh, no. That's actually a 16. Does that hit? Yeah, we know that hits.
Yeah, 16 hits.
Oh, wait. She doesn't roll a d8. She rolls a d4. She sucks. Hey, she rolled a 4. That is going to be 8 points of force damage.
Boom.
All right. This thing has visibly shrunk. All right, so next up is going to be Shaw, followed by Jed.
I guess I will binding ice it. It needs to make a con save for Ryan's binding ice.
All right.
17.
It gets a 20.
Wow. Great. Well, it takes 5 cold damage.
Love
it.
You watch as the ice forms, trying to form around it, but it seems to slither up over the ice and has not visibly shrunk. Is there anything else you would like to do with your turn?
I would like to
Okay.
get as far away from it as I can.
All right, Jed, it's your turn, followed by Adrien, should it still be alive.
Firebolt.
Firebolt. Cool. Roll to hit.
Damn.
Is a 26 to hit.
That will hit.
Cool. He takes 16 fire damage.
And that is enough. Your firebolt blasts through the center of it, the heat causing the rest of it to bubble away, leaving only a stain on the ice as the ice crumbles.
Well, that was fun.
Do any of us have any idea what the fuck that was?
Not a goddamn clue.
Additionally, Chauncey, I need you to make me another wisdom saving throw.
Cool. 11.
I can't help with that one.
All right. The urge continues for you to use your gun. You are battle heightened. The adrenaline is pumping. Things are beginning to blur together.
Okay. Weird trick, but I think it actually would track in character. I'm trying not to meta this, but I want to motivational speech Chauncey to give him advantage on wisdom saving throws, and I think it would make sense
How
if
long does
Lyla
that
was
take
seeing
is the
like
question.
some weird. Oh, it is only a speech of about a minute.
Oh, wait.
Okay.
Do.
Lyla is 1, Shaw is 2, Adrien is 3, Jed is 4. Uh-oh. Chauncey, I want you to make your full attack action against Jed using your
Oh
gun.
no!
I was like, if it's me, I'm
As the
fucking
voices
dead.
continue.
I still be
Drama.
casting motivational speech while this is happening, though. Like,
Yes, you can cast
talking to him, like,
motivational speech
Chauncey,
while this is
Chauncey,
happening.
what are you doing? Why?
Wait. What? No. What?
Yeah.
Who? What? Okay, I have to attack Jed using what?
Your gun.
Both of
You're
your
done.
attacks.
Full everything. Yeah.
You
You're
do not
unloading.
need to
know what's
attack with Lovey
going
May.
on, but
It
you
is
can
just the
resist
attack
it.
action with the gun.
21.
What's my armor class?
Oh,
Yeah,
not
even a shield that'll
21.
hit.
And the other one's a 29.
Yeah,
Chauncey,
that'll
what are you
do.
doing?
Jesus. Lover squirrel much?
Oh, god damn it.
This is ridiculous.
Okay, I always said if anything was gonna kill us, it was gonna be fucking Chauncey. I called this like 4 sessions ago.
So while, Chauncey, you're rolling damage, Shaw, would you make me an Arcana check? You're a divination wizard.
Yep.
And you used a portent on this, so I'd say it works.
I'm gonna use another portent in 18.
For a split second, as Chauncey turns and pulls his gun, you see his eyes have turned red. He is surrounded by some sort of dark smoke. The same 12-pointed star symbol is on his forehead. You fully realize this is a vision as he draws his gun, and you see gray hands beginning to touch all over his face from behind, almost seeming to grab his arm and aim the gun as he fires twice into Jed, and then everything is back to normal. Chauncey, the vision fades from you. You fully realize what you've done. You shot Jed twice.
He
You are
took,
free of the influence for now.
he took 35 points of damage.
Jesus.
Jesus!
I rolled 2 8s, a 6, and a 1, and I add +6 to each hit with the revolver.
Jed, are you okay?
Fucking no! Fucking, he shot me! What the fuck was that? Does he still look aggressive? Like-
Yeah, I'm
You
gonna
watch
have
as it
to
drops
agree.
from his face and turns into absolute shock. It's probably, you probably don't need to make an insight check for this. It's never happened to Chauncey before, and you fully realize you were influenced by something. You've lost control somehow
Like,
of something.
Cinnamon flies over to Chauncey and breathes fire in his face.
Yeah. Oh my god. I also definitely like telekinetically pull Jed towards me 5 feet.
I think Jed like fell on his ass.
I just pull Jed like with my mind away from Chauncey.
Yeah, I'm just like staring angrily at Chauncey. Like, what the fuck was that? Why did you? Fucking ow! Ow!
Okay, all right.
Oh, Chauncey's
and
Chauncey's staring at the gun, staring at Jed on the fucking ground, and the red
Mhm.
hint to his irises are gone, but his eyes are just filling with red as he starts crying.
Yep, we know where this is. So,
Chauncey's having an episode right now.
Can't see what the
finish
fuck just happened.
her casting of motivational speech, she's going to console Chauncey. Actually, totally wild move here. Totally wild.
You walk over to Chauncey, and it's just like, what?
I understand, but you can be healed. He's gonna spend the next fortnight beating the shit out of himself for
Yeah,
this.
maybe he should. He shot me twice.
He just shot Jed.
We are gonna get through this. This was not Chauncey's fault. Come on now, you know that was some nasty magic from them dumb Gunpowder.
I look at
bullshits.
Sean. I'm like, am I crazy? Am I going crazy right now?
Chauncey got fucking possessed.
Okay. Yeah. All right. I have bullets in my body right now.
Yeah, does anybody want to do
Wanna,
something about that?
I
I
guess-
actually can't.
I feel like I would have some medical
can-
knowledge.
I can
You
heal
certainly
him, but I can't get. Wait, can I? If I take the attack action, can I also heal? Can I arcane bolt and heal him while I shoot him?
Get
So
the
it's
fuck
less
away.
damage?
I'm gonna
We're
say
not like
no.
in combat, right?
We're not
No,
in
this is
combat.
just an action you took after combat, still like
Yeah.
heightened from it.
We could maybe just take a short rest, spend some hit die.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's just
Yeah,
take a
okay.
rest for bullet holes.
Maybe talk about
Okay,
what
if
just
we're
happened.
taking a short rest, I'm gonna cure wounds myself and with my warlock spell slot. So that'll get the bullets out of my body.
I didn't.
We know, baby. We know. It's okay.
Is the bubbling cauldron still bubbling?
Oh, it's
There
gone.
is no cauldron.
the cauldron
The cauldron has
melted away.
completely
Yeah.
melted. It got eaten by whatever this thing is, and this thing is just like a black stain on the ground.
Cool. Yeah, Chauncey's not doing too hot right now. This
Got
is
it.
fine.
Healing is so ass in this game.
Can I do an Arcana check to see if I know what that thing was?
I would say it would probably be closer to a nature check.
Did anybody else notice me getting visibly possessed for a second there?
Shaw did.
Shawthorn?
Just me. The divination's kicking in.
I noticed the weird gun thing.
Yes, Lyla
I
did
didn't
notice
see
the weird
shit.
gun thing.
I'll
Until I
piggyback
got
on this nature
shot.
check.
Like,
24 on that nature check.
Okay. That was definitely an ooze, probably one called a black pudding. Oozes do occur naturally,
Noms.
but sometimes
Sorry,
with
black
great amounts of
pudding.
magic. Wait, it's literally what it's called. Also, black pudding exists in real life and
Yeah, I
is
know.
actually rather good.
It's delicious. Like, I can't take anything seriously that is named pudding.
That's fair.
True.
Even if it made my kind of boyfriend shoot me.
In Final Fantasy, there's a lot of pudding enemies, and I love it so much.
They call them puddings or
But they call
jellies
them
half the time.
flans in Final
Yeah.
Fantasy.
They do call
Right.
some of them flans.
Yep. The bosses are called puddings. The little minions are called flans. Which, and
That's
by the way,
great.
when I lived in Japan, they are obsessed with flan. It is everywhere.
Oh, flan. So good. So if we are doing a short rest, if anybody wants to recover hit points, I will do a Song of Recovery or whatever that thing is.
Ah, yeah, the Song of Rest.
Song of
Yeah, I'll
Rest.
take that.
You can have an
Yeah, I was
extra
gonna say.
You have one extra
D8.
D8 on your hit die.
She will sing. Let's see how good the song is, just for shits and giggles.
Was it a crit?
She rolled over a 20 for once. It's a delightful song. She plays the violin. It's sad. It's somber. There's a key change at the end, a denouement, if you will.
The drama of the lovers' quarrel.
I mean, Chauncey's not. He's not a. He wants to walk over, and I feel like maybe he
Chauncey?
starts walking towards Jed for a second.
You see, if it was
Like-
me, I would have sung "Man Down" from Rihanna.
Oh shit!
Chauncey, do we
That's
need
one of
to
my
talk about
favorites.
what just happened, buddy?
Well, I didn't. I what was that? I didn't. I saw. What was it? Did anybody? What was it?
Chauncey, you were definitely possessed.
Yeah.
Yeah, full
That or
on
we
red
need to have like a
eyes.
serious talk about our relationship.
Oof.
Are you?
I mean, Chauncey basically got taken advantage of.
How aware was Chauncey of what was happening?
Was I just a puppet, or did I?
In the moment, I would liken it to being like under the effects of enemies abound. It was just something made your vision go red and anything was a target. It was kind of like that feeling where you did, in a sense, make a conscious choice on bad information. But after you came out of it, you realized it was something intentionally feeding you bad information to encourage you to make a very specific choice, kind of like almost blindfolding you to the situation.
It was when I stared into the smoke. I saw. I something. Last night, I had a dream that something was reaching out to me and calling my name, and I saw it again when I stared into the smoke. I didn't think it was a big deal last night.
I'm sorry, with how many interplanar beings that this party deals with, you didn't think that this would have been something to, I don't know, talk about?
I'm pretty sure we have a new one. Chauncey, I'm pretty sure you were just possessed by like a smoke monster. So
Chauncey's gonna like look over at Adrien and be like, "My power is my power. I didn't barter or bargain or swear to anything or anyone to do what I do."
well, neither did I, but here we are.
Oh, damn. The unintentional but yet probably intentional shade.
Really regretting not taking calm emotions right now.
Whatever.
I have
If
it.
my dreams are sometimes nightmares about things I've done, but it's me. It's not something else crawling inside of me. Is this? Chauncey's gonna like stare at this gun that he created and it's been cool and whatnot, but he's just gonna throw it on the ground and pull out Pyre Maul and hammer it.
You destroy your gun?
I'm
It
gonna
is a-
destroy my gun.
It is a magic gun, so I think you'll have to end the enchantment on it before you smash it.
Oh, sure. You know what? I'm going to do that thing that we talked about if we could use it from the 2024 UA. I'm going to cast Cure Wounds on Jed, like, sorry, babe. And then I'm going to drain the magic out of the repeating shot before I hammer it. Because Artificers can do that in 2024.
Oh
You
yeah,
can
they
drain one magic item you create for a spell slot.
Cool.
All right.
But yeah, Chauncey's destroying his gun now.
That's hot. I like that you can eat magic as well.
All right.
If we're like a little bit into the short rest, I think at first Jed was like shocked and betrayed and hurt, but like after a few minutes, Jed will kind of just stand up after you finish hammering your gun and will walk up to you and put a hand on your shoulder. I'm like, Chauncey, it's fine. I know that wasn't you.
If anyone
hurt
would
a
like
lot?
to make a religion check at this point,
I was about to say.
while that conversation is happening,
Should I mean, okay, I want to do a cute moment here, but I also want to kind of make the religion check because I'm good at it.
Me too. I got a 22 in religion.
Oh, cool. I rolled a 2, and even with my modifier, that's only a 10.
Guidance?
But we'll let Jed sort it, because Chauncey's just going to turn around and, like, bury his head in his chest and start hugging him.
Yeah, I know.
Oh.
Oh, yeah, right on the bullet hole wounds, right there. Yeah.
Salty tears right on the wounds.
Oh, and Chauncey cries tears of blood. It's hot.
Wow.
oh, oof.
Yeah.
A mess.
I'm holding him
So,
like. Also, I think you hammering your gun like turned Shaw on a lot. Kind of worked for me too.
All right, who else made that religion check?
22.
22.
Also.
Hey, me too.
I got a nat 1.
Oof.
Yeah,
Okay.
I got
Okay.
I got a 2, so welcome to the club.
16?
Okay. Shaw, after seeing the sort of symbols on the forehead and the vision of him having that sort of symbol on his forehead, this is the influence of the gunpowder god. The god of guns, the god of
That's what I
unbridled
figured.
chaos and mindless violence. Jed, I mean, it took you a little bit longer because you didn't have that vision, but you definitely put two and two together. Chauncey usually uses Pyramol. He's very aware of the effect that the gunpowder god has on people. He rarely uses his gun. And yet, after looking at a cauldron that was used for a ritual for gunpowder witches, he pulled out a gun and just started randomly firing. That's the gunpowder god's influence. He was momentarily possessed by at least a part of the gunpowder god, or influenced in some way. Um, and I think Lyla, it would have taken you a little bit, but you probably would have eventually made the connection of probably the gunpowder god. Makes sense.
Seems like the only weird thing that would do something like that.
Chauncey, you've never been like a prayer person, right?
Meanwhile, Adrien is like, wow, lover's quarrel.
Chauncey's still like trying to burrow himself into Jed,
Oh,
not
there.
metaphorically. And he's just like, he's gonna messy, bloody, tear-streaked face pulls back. He's like, "What? No, I hate the church."
I know.
You made your own gun, right? Where did you get your
Yeah.
gun? Okay.
Just the
Okay.
presence of a gun.
We know you
Well,
really see. So here's the thing. I don't really know that whole story that well, but I know you really like your gun. I know you've now destroyed your gun.
It's not worth it.
Okay.
If I'm just gonna hurt the people I care about, it's not worth it.
I'd be lying if I said I didn't feel safer knowing it was destroyed.
I mean, I really liked the gun. It saved our ass a few times. I won't
well,
lie.
proud of you. Destroying the gun, big step. Please don't shoot me again. I don't think, given my experience with otherworldly entities, Lyla can probably attest to this. I don't think just destroying the gun will get rid of them.
That's a good point. They do tend to like latch on, you know.
So wait, so what was it? What did anybody say it what it was yet or no?
No.
So
just everybody all at the same time
just
goes,
like-
the gunpowder god.
Yeah, literally like
Oh, God.
some kind of entity or relation to the gunpowder god.
Fuck.
I mean, who's to
Pretty
say
much.
it wasn't
And
Yeah.
literally yesterday, Chauncey threatened Madame Lulu, talking about how artificers helped create the fucking gunpowder god in the old days.
Yep.
I mean, who's to say that destroying the gun didn't also sever the connection? Maybe it was like a religious totem.
We can hope.
I will
And
say you also notice
unfortunately-
that none of the people that are on the ground with the symbol carved into their forehead possess guns. They were all knives.
Oh.
I mean, the witches could have done that to them.
True.
Now that guy's a freak. You can tell.
Who, me?
I have a question. Okay, so like gunpowder, common thing, right? But not super common. What's the most common use for gunpowder in like this universe?
Probably fireworks.
Okay, that's what I figured. Like explosions, right? Like not guns are probably not super common in general.
Oh.
I will say it is less common than modern day America, more common than modern day Europe. We'll just say that.
So we'll go with Australia.
Yeah, it's kind of looked it's not so much that you literally legally aren't allowed to own more than one gun. It is there is immense social pressure to not own more than one gun, or really any gun at all. They are useful tools that well-trained people do possess and use, such as things like sheriffs or soldiers. Sometimes the cowboys use them, the night riders use them. Occasionally, Knights of O use them, but those are typically viewed as safer people because of the devotion to their particular ideology or philosophy or faith that's viewed as being somewhat protective against the influences of the gunpowder god. A random farmer owning a gun is suspicious even if they never get overtaken by the influence of said god. It is still suspicious as a potential entry point into the world of the gunpowder god. So, yeah.
Or maybe you're just the new Gunpowder God's plaything.
Thanks for that, Adrien. Thank you for the moral support, friend.
Incredibly motivational.
Yeah, I just shoot a glare at Adrien. My hand hovers over my dragonborn potion.
Like we all know Chauncey has a very strong constitution, very strong conviction. We all know Chauncey he's a moral high point in our group. I consider him to be the other moral compass of the group. No offense.
No, that's fair.
We ain't gonna figure anything out sitting around here. Is there any way we can figure out where them witches made off to?
Yeah, we should probably do that.
Should we do something about these bodies, though?
Like what? They're dead.
We can pile them up and burn them more if you want.
Vultures need to feed.
We probably should. You're going to feed off corpses?
He said vultures.
I said vultures.
Oh. Chauncey's opinion of Adrien is just plummeting between the gunpowder god shit and him saying he's gonna feed off corpses. That's what Chauncey hears.
It's the Sims symbol of the person with the two minus points just continually bing, bing.
Although I want to eat their brains just to figure out what exactly happened.
That's what I just said. He's eating brains. He's already done this. This would not be the first time.
Well, yeah, but we haven't seen him eat brains in character other than Jed.
Jed is the only one that has seen him eat brains.
True.
Yeah, and so I'm going to go to the closest one.
Right now, so.
Right. Yeah, I'm definitely not hanging around for that. Like, I'm just saying.
Chauncey's going to just try to pile the bodies together to light a funeral pyre for these cultists.
Wait a second.
Okay.
Are you going to cast Eat Brain?
Yes.
Which unfortunately I allowed.
Oh.
What does it do?
So Adrien goes over to one of the bodies, cracks open the skull like a can.
No.
With what? What are you cracking open with?
With a dagger.
Okay.
Didn't you have to like make a strength check or something to get the actual brain out first?
Yeah, also skulls are like, they're hard. You're a wizard. What's your strength bonus?
So I don't think it was the strength. I think it was
it was something.
I think it was medicine. Either that or the spell just allows the brain to be easily removed from the skull, like Once Upon a Time grab the heart style.
Yeah.
It was just like the spell itself assists.
It doesn't say that I have to crack open the head. It just says I consume the brain.
Great.
Yeah, so this is a Once Upon a Time, just plunge the hand in and rip the organ out.
Like a little
thing.
Love that.
I mean, I'm a vampire, so...
No.
I'm a vampire too. I don't do that shit.
Everyone knows.
Shaw is
traumatized.
Shaw is traumatized.
So I'm just taking out the brain
list.
and I'm holding it in my hands with the blood dripping down my arms.
Is it
And then
better
I
if
just
I
go
add
to
like
town.
minor illusion into a sandwich? Is that better
Just a
for
good
you,
hearty
Sean?
Reuben.
Y'all already isn't sure what is reality half the time, and now Shaw's just having a day.
Shaw, could you grab that arm for me? This one's a little heavy.
Okay.
I'm just thinking about
Anything but watching him do that.
yeah.
This episode is just going off the rails faster and faster. We are
I feel
descending into
like
madness.
Shaw's like weird double vision of realities. I just want that TikTok meme of just like nightmare, nightmare, nightmare. Like I just want to go up to Shaw like nightmare, nightmare. Like
My God.
For like
Awful.
90% of it, it's just you, and then for like one little flash, it's Dunstan. I'm just like, ah.
I'd almost like to think that Shaw just ends up like rolling a natural one on some sort of skill check and in that moment, and you just watch as he just his stare goes into the middle distance as he turns and, oh, you brought tea, Dunstan, and just goes full on like just talking to himself for about 5 seconds.
Oh God.
Thanks,
Associating.
babe. I really needed this. It's been a day.
and he thinks we're crazy.
Right. Right.
Okay, so Adrien, you have consumed this person's brain.
Yes. Beef tartare.
Unfortunately, yes. Sifting through it, although apparently spinal fluid tastes like battery acid and bananas.
Cool.
I read it on Tumblr. Anyway,
I'll just focus on the banana.
okay.
I need to know this.
There was someone that said, I know what it tastes like because of some sort of like hole they had in their spine or something like that. They know what it tastes like.
Ew.
Yep. Spencer, why were you looking up what does spinal fluid taste like?
Look, this shit just comes across my For You
It's-
page
Oh, no,
all the
you're-
time.
algorithm.
You're right, apparently, because of the electrolytes in it. Huh.
Yeah.
Hey,
Somebody call Gatorade. There's a product that they're missing out on.
We could Soylent Green.
I was just
shit,
about
yeah.
to say Soylent Green this shit. Soylent Green this shit.
Fuck me.
Anyway, so it seems this person, strangely, had a very happy childhood. They had a favorite stuffed animal. They went to school. They went on
Yeah,
hunting
that's
trips
great,
with their
Adrien. Get to
dads.
the cult
I
stuff.
was about to say, Jesus Christ, did they see their whole life?
I'm not
How it works?
I'm not saying this stuff. It is just going through my head like a movie.
Yeah, it's like a Rolodex, like flipping through it as quickly as you can. Like, where's the most recent one? They had a very lovely childhood. They went hunting, and then they got into some trouble with their friends. They'd oftentimes go out and do the thing where they shot cans or whatever, and slowly
Called
something
plinking.
began to creep into their mind. And then they descended into madness. This person has definitely killed someone with a hammer. Just to do
Well,
it.
who hasn't?
A
That
few
sounds
other
like a
horrible-
Friday to me.
Very true.
Just because it's a
Ben.
giant hammer.
It turned out it wasn't the gun, it was the hammer.
You watch as he
Oh.
falls into a sort of cell of cultists, and the last memory you receive is the ritual circle, the cauldron, the materials being thrown in, three feminine figures, their faces obscured with shadow from these wide-brimmed hats, pointed black cloaks surrounding them as they hold up their hands, and appearing in sort of red crackling sparks are ravens that they hold, and you watch as they just start tearing into them.
Oh.
The cultists are chanting, and then there is an explosion. This person in particular was covered in flames, was trying to crawl away, and at the last moment looked up at this witch. Strangely, the shadow over their face doesn't make sense. The firelight should be reflecting up onto their face, should be underlighting them, but it doesn't. And he watches the witch points a pistol directly at him and shoots him directly through the chest. And that's where the memories stop.
Shit.
So Adrien gets
It would
up.
be weird if they kept going.
So Adrien gets up and he's just licking the blood from and leftovers from his fingers, and he's just saying, "Well, that was a fun experience."
What
Um,
the fuck, bro?
Never
so
gonna get used to that.
Has he been
so
doing this the whole time?
Is this a normal thing you do on the regular? Do you just eat people's brains?
only when I need to know something.
What if you're full already?
Chauncey, do you do this?
No.
Just curious.
As for your question, Jedidiah, it's sort of like, uh, how do I say this? I'm trying to do this in like a D&D setting rather than a real life setting. Because I was gonna say it's like chips or whatever. And it's like candy. You can always have room for more.
Because that's like a lot of meat. Like it's not like a Tootsie Roll. It's like a whole
That's a couple pounds
weighed
worth
like
of
10
Yeah.
pounds or something.
That's a good point. That's a good point.
I was about to say it's less than 10 pounds, but it certainly is
Yeah.
more than 5.
All right, then.
I'm a carnivore.
I mean, I was feeling peckish, but I think I've lost my appetite.
Oh, I don't know that I could think about eating for the next few days.
Freaking looks so good, Lyla.
Yep.
Right.
I've been wanting to fit into that new dress.
Just remind me. I'll certainly remind you that the next time you eat steak.
I'm one stomach flew away from my goal weight.
God.
Can't you
I just really want to
shapeshift
lose
your
3
body to be
pounds.
less?
Yeah, she can.
Um,
Chauncey's like, I had to wear a 40-pound suit of armor for the last few months to get snatched, and you can just shapeshift.
in the vision,
Jealous.
was he the last person to get killed?
You don't know. You certainly heard gunshots beforehand.
He's the last person he saw get killed.
Yeah, basically he's the last person he saw get killed.
Right. So I'm just thinking through process of elimination, I could find out which way the which is headed.
Are you did you tell us what you saw in your vision? Did you describe?
So there was so backstory, unimportant, he was no one. Um they so cultist ritual explosion um and then gunshot, and that's it.
You didn't see what caused the explosion?
No, it's just, what was the color again?
It seemed to be magical, a magical explosion of some kind.
All right.
The fire itself was the same color as the sparks that created the ravens that the gunpowder witches then ate. Right there, alive, feathers on and everything. So it was
yeah,
probably magical of some type.
right. So they it seems like the cultists were killed, well, not by the explosion, but by the witches shooting them down after they were used to help do the ritual of summoning their familiars, and then the witches ate the familiars.
Well, yeah, no, we were warned about that sort of magic
Really?
that they had access to, but I'm just wondering why they done killed everybody.
No witnesses? They served their purpose?
Also, with all those religion checks, the gunpowder god is a god of unbridled violence. You would
True.
know that the gunpowder god does not form very large cults because inevitably the cults just turn on each other either for funsies or because their emotions run high and their instinct is instant violence. So cults are oftentimes rather small, rather isolated, easy to stamp out, but constantly popping up kind of thing.
Hmm.
The cult probably wasn't going to last much longer anyway. It was probably reaching some kind of a critical mass at like 8 people. But that's just the way the Gunpowder God works. It's just unbridled chaos.
Did you see their face? The witch's face?
I didn't. I did not. It seems like, um, mm, sorry. It seems like whatever hats that they wear, I'm assuming it's the hat. It casts a sort of shadow over their faces that conceals their identity.
Shame.
Great.
And not much idea about which way they was going. So
Well, we know where they're from.
just
Aren't we on a place with one road?
Yeah.
right.
I mean, we're off the road though, right? Like,
We did go off-roading.
yeah.
You do also know that the witches do have access to flying brooms.
Mhm.
Yeah,
You
but
have
like
seen
they
them
need to
fly.
get stuff to where they live. Like they can't carry everything on flying brooms.
Imagine if we set up like a delivery service on flying brooms.
I know a
Oh,
girl. Her name is
my
Kiki.
My cousin Kiki did that.
She loves flying brooms. She just won't stop. We just have so much trouble getting her to land.
I mean,
She just
I
loves it
do
so much.
technically have the ability to fly.
Yeah, I think
Oh yeah,
most
you
of
do
us
have
I
have
think
that
the
several
wings
of
of
us do.
flying.
That's
Yeah.
why.
I think
think-
almost everyone can fly.
Everyone has variations of the ability to fly now.
Yep.
So shall we expedite? No, we still have the horse.
I'm gonna probably light these bodies on fire.
Yeah. Jed will firebolt and then control flames to just spread the fire out.
Well, and while he's doing that, Chauncey's gonna rifle in his bag of holding and then pull out the skin of that hair gone he skinned a few days ago,
God.
and he's just gonna throw that in the bonfire
That's
too.
for the
Oh
best.
yeah, Shaw. I will say, Shaw, you just see a very suspiciously human-sized rabbit pelt get pulled out of the bag, Chauncey's bag, and thrown on the fire with no comment.
It's
Jed
not
looks a
real.
little too
It's
comfortable
not
standing in
real.
front of a pile of burning bodies.
So remove that Haragon pelt from your inventory.
It would have made so many stuffed animals.
Judge just realizing
Jed's just
his
like
dream.
staring deep into the flames.
Well, now that's done.
What?
I guess.
Let's find some witches. Do we know where we're going?
Yeah,
We do.
just headed to Coyote's Cliff.
Oh, that's
Coyote's
it.
Cliff.
I just point to the road.
Right.
Let's go.
On the road again.
Yeah.
Let's go. We can go. It's one more minute.
So after Jed has his moment in front of the burning bodies, you all make your way back to the road, hop in the covered wagon, and continue on your way.
You know, if they were trying to cause chaos and kill a massive amount of people's guns are very inefficient.
I've seen you use a gun really well, Chauncey. I don't know about
If you're
that.
going for like a big bang for your buck, just do like a fireball.
You could
there's
use
always-
bombs. If you wanted to wipe out an entire town, you could just poison the water supply.
Okay.
But I feel like it's the action rather than the result that is more important to them.
Yeah, I mean the Gunpowder God loves violence, right? So like stealthy poisoning, that's not the route to go. You know, you gotta see the
Again, I offer you the fireball.
take some gunpowder, add fireball, you know.
Chauncey's just patting Jed's hands like, yes, I know you like fireball. You're and in the of his mind is like, "You're welcome for Fireball."
It's like the Barbie movie, and you're so good at fireballs.
You're
Okay?
Ah,
We really appreciate your fireball. We really do.
you continue on down the road as the sun continues to set. You begin to see fields upon fields of not wheat anymore, but tulips, strangely enough.
Oh,
Color coordinated in long rows reaching across the landscape, the various yellows and pinks, reds and blues, as you continue onward. And you find yourself passing a sign that says, "Welcome to Coyote's Cliff." The sun is setting at this point, as your cart pulls up to the sort of small houses. Coyote's Cliff is definitely bigger than Broken Branch, probably around 3 times the size. It's probably about maybe 300 to 400 people here. You do see that there is a tavern called the Tulip and Lamb that appears to be there. Um, you also notice there are a lot of facilities that look like they would be used to create dye, um,
Mm,
and that sort of thing.
got it.
As you pull into the town square, another thing that you notice, there are a lot of automata here for some reason.
Are they better than my automata?
They're about the same. They do
Bullshit.
not, they are entirely made of metal, and they are very, they're very, very cute, but they're not human looking. They're not porcelain dolls. They're more of like the robots from Laputa Castle in the Sky kind of thing. Human shaped, 2 arms, 2 legs, a head, 2 eyes, but they're very much sort of adorable round sort of thing. They're probably about maybe 7 feet tall each. Um, you see them carrying baskets of tulips behind farmers who are simply walking along, as well as other ones that are kind of just wandering around town with things like planks under their arms or tools that seem to be just making sure the town is in order. As you all pull in, you watch as one of them, it seems to have a flower crown made of actual tulips on its head. It carries like a little scepter of some kind with a tiny little orb at the tip of it that's a little bit bigger than it would be for something like a quarterstaff or anything like that. It seems to walk straight up to you and just turns, looks you up and down. "Hello, it seems you are new in town. Have you been here before?"
no, we have not, though it is lovely.
"Wonderful. Commencing welcoming ceremony." And it takes a good 5 steps back, and you hear music start to play.
Okay.
Big band music as it begins to, almost like a parade, begin to direct. Its stomach opens up and out pops about 5 little spheres that when they land turn into tinier versions of it, and it does a little parade. Each one of them has some flags that it's waving around as it does this jaunty little big band musical number as it marches around in a circle. And at the end, all of them pose for a moment as the music crescendos and crashes in a finality before illusory confetti explodes out of the top of all of their heads. And then each one, almost like a Matryoshka doll, hops into the other one until there's only one and hops back into the stomach. "Welcome to Coyote's Cliff. You can find the inn behind you. It is
Are-
currently open to visitors.
Are people
Enjoy your
watching
stay."
this?
Great. Could you do that again?
Did this make like a
Unfortunately,
scene?
there is only one performance per visit.
Welcome to Lock.
What if we left and came back?
Chauncey's like circling this guy at this point.
Chauncey's
I know,
getting
I feel like
ideas.
this is
Chauncey's
heaven for
getting
Chauncey.
ideas.
This seems like it should tickle your peach, Chauncey.
Chauncey, you may not take apart the welcome bot.
Can I investigate the welcome bot?
Yes, you certainly may.
Tools.
Lovey May is giving me the help action. She's with me now as my little
Okay.
research assistant. And I'm gonna guidance the check. 17 plus 4 plus what's our proficiency? It's plus 4. 17 plus 4 plus 9. So what is that?
Yeah.
A lot.
30.
Enough.
It's a dirty 30.
I'll also give you a D4 on that.
Wow.
Drake's
It's
Ring's gonna be full of this now.
It's a 31 then. Thank you.
Good lord. This is unmistakable craftsmanship. This is the work of someone that you have worked with for years. Vera Tinkertop, the gnome. This is Vera's work
Vera,
from your backstory.
one of the Vera from the backstory. Okay,
Yes.
Chauncey's just like, he's gonna get back in front of the welcome, but he's like, is Vera in town? Did she make you?
Vera Tinkertop designed me, but did not assemble me. If you have questions, you may go to... I need to look up the name of it again.
Here's her
I
URL.
forgot.
Here's her Instagram. Here's her OnlyFans.
Scan this
That's all I was gonna say. Scan the QR code.
If you have questions, you may go to the... Oh my god. Clock Tick Industries Workshop.
Where is the Clock Tick Industries workshop exactly?
And it turns and points its parade scepter, and...
Please look like Willy Wonka factory.
It unfortunately does not. However, it does stand out, as many of the buildings are relatively plain, only with some garlands that are kind of hung up made of tulips. This has like wisteria and ivy growing up the walls, and it actually has a clock tower that looks almost like an astrological clock with beautiful green stained glass.
This could be my new summer home.
The doors are also circular instead of the sort of typical square or rounded top rectangle. And it does say Clock Tick Industries over it. And at this point, you hear it chime 8 o'clock. And you watch as a door opens up and about 4 spheres come out. They have propellers and they fly around, ringing these sorts of bells, making this very beautiful song before they spray water in the air and flash up lights to make a rainbow. And it chimes 8 o'clock before all the spheres fly back into the tower and the door closes up.
And you do that every hour? I feel like that'd be really annoying.
As opposed to regular doorbells,
No, I mean like
bells.
running around spewing rainbows everywhere. Like that's a little much every hour.
She's a little extra. I'll give you that.
Oh,
Oh,
so you know this designer then?
Vera, we were all friends, right? Because, you know,
Yes.
we burned down the workshop and tried to set our boss on fire together.
Yes.
So Chauncey's
You all
like,
are friends. You all are on the same page about Corrigan.
Just girl things. It's like,
It was
girl
indeed a
dinner.
collective
activities.
effort.
Like,
girl dinner is committing arson together now.
is it arson when it's a person?
I feel like that's just
Still,
murder.
yes. But also,
In our defense, we lit the workshop on fire, not
Also,
the person.
wasn't she a fire genasi?
Okay, maybe we just needed thought.
Maybe the burning was a bad plan. Just throwing that out
That
there.
sounds like a really
it was
bad
catharsis. It was emotional release.
Okay,
I feel like
It was more about prevention than murder.
I feel like Jedidiah shouldn't really talk.
When I burn people alive, it works. Okay?
You're like, I do it with conviction.
hey, we needed to destroy the weapon and we needed to destroy the plans for it. So the fastest way to burn paper is burning paper. paper.
You're telling me this lady, like, as I gesture to the rainbow, made like a tectonic super weapon?
She was part of the build team with me and Delmas and Hortensia and Judd.
I can see those because all of you are relatively troubled.
I'm getting this
Steve does not look traumatized enough.
on top above the table. I feel like she's a cross between Willy Wonka and Dr. Doofenshmirtz.
Sure.
Okay.
She has a platypus as an arch nemesis. No, she has a porcupine as an arch nemesis.
There you go.
An armadillo.
If it is okay with everyone, I'd like to maybe stop in and say hi to her while we're in town. Maybe she might know something about the gunpowder witches.
Sure. We can leave
Maybe
that
she's
that
been
up
like
to you.
possessed recently too.
Thanks, Shaw. Thank you. Thanks for that. I
I'm
love
sure
that.
that's going around, you know?
So do we maybe want to get
It's like a
another rep?
spiritual venereal disease. Have you touched a gun before? You might get gunpowder god possessed.
Maybe we ought to get us a
Let's
night's
go to
rest
the inn.
in
Yeah.
between us and this gunpowder incident.
Unless Shaw wants to do his tower in town. Like,
Maybe not. Maybe we should stay under
just
the
put it in the middle of the
radar
road.
for
I think it'd be
this
funny.
one. Find like
Block
a
the entrance to town.
find like a four-way crossroad and just like
Robots
It's just
just
the
keep
most
running
convenient.
into it because it's in their programmed pathway.
Oh my goodness.
Love it.
Okay. So yeah, I'm just gonna
Be
say
it.
that you all manage. You go into the Tulip and Lamb. It's a generic, unimportant looking human man. Probably named something like Jeff. It's very cheap. It's probably a gold.
Before we walk in, Jedidiah is like, you know, I'm gonna do something fun while we're here. I'm gonna like minor illusion myself into like, I don't know, just like a really old guy. Really.
Just disguise self as a really old man.
Yeah. I walk in like, excuse me, young man.
Oh, yeah. How can I help you? Do you need a room tonight?
Please, wouldn't you be helpful? Yes, very much.
Yes. Well, luckily we have some
Yes.
rooms on the first floor, so you don't have to worry about going
Oh,
up any
that's mighty
stairs.
appreciated. These old hips do not. One good fall and I'm out.
I understand.
Oh my Christ.
And
It's
he
gonna be
gives you the
very-
keys to your rooms. Incidentally, there are only like 2 rooms downstairs. The others are upstairs.
Just for Chauncey to walk over to me into our room. Thank you, young man. That's all. This is my young lover.
Oh my God.
I was gonna say he would be very confused if he walked by Jed's room at night.
I thought he was going to say
You-
nephew or something.
Hey,
Like-
Chauncey was gonna ask, hey, do you not want to share a room? Because I almost killed you by accident today. But
I'm gonna say
Yeah.
you watch as he like barely holds it together. You watch as he kind of like had that sort of just and I'm doing my job, and then
Yeah.
his eyes are just like, your room is that way.
Thank you very much.
Chauncey behind old man Jed is just like holding his hands up inappropriately wide, and he's like,
So answers that one question.
Okay.
We get to our room, I slap you on the ass. Like, get in there, sugar lips.
God damn it.
Completely different side of him.
well, I think they got over the shooting each other part, so that's
Yeah,
good.
Still mad about it.
he chose vengeance over it. Whatever.
All right. So I'm going to say
So-
that you all have a lovely long rest.
Are we con checking this one?
Should I stay as
Is he staying
old
the
man
old
Willow?
man?
I just do it for you.
Roll for heart attack.
I mean,
Oh God.
so are we talking like Old Man MacGuffin, or are we talking about
Like a
are we-
Scooby Doo villain.
The door's closed. Can you please just drop the illusion while and
I
Chauncey just
don't know
This
what
is
you're
your
talking
punish.
about.
This is your punishment
me.
for shooting him.
This is your punishment.
Chauncey regrets destroying his gun.
This is me now.
It's just my new identity.
Think of the
Damn
senior
it.
discounts.
Ugh. Okay, if you all are making a constitution check, make it now so we can end the episode.
Oh my god.
Chauncey didn't use any spell slots today. The magic cock rings are coming out. Enhance ability level 3.
Jesus Christ. So we have advantage.
We have advantage.
Of course.
Jesus
Okay.
Christ.
And it's a save, right? Or is it just a check?
It's just a check.
It's a check.
Cool.
Can I bite you?
No, you shot me today.
You've drawn enough blood today.
I got a 22.
I still got a 13.
What are you rolling for?
checking? Why are you constitution
wait,
checking?
What's happening in this room?
No, wait.
Listen, I heard everyone. I heard.
Me and Lyla are just staying up drinking wine.
I heard
out in
Spencer
the-
say everyone. So
Lyla, do you want to like con these people for some money? See them
Adrien
playing
fucking
cards over
just
there?
walks- fucking dicks out. He's like, "What's up?"
Adrien
Chauncey's
alone in the
con
room.
check is Chauncey's gonna con check. He is gonna flash of genius because we always flash of genius. Why not? 27.
Good
Flash.
lord, okay.
Genius having sex.
I learned this position from Madame Rochebeau's 213 elven stretches.
Oh, she's good.
Wow.
Oh my god.
the Karma Sutra.
I'd love to think that this
Wow.
was just your dad completely forgot this book was just like
Yeah.
in Chauncey reach level and you all came
Interesting.
across it one day.
She wrote an illustrated positions for gay men.
Yep.
Again, these
This-
straight white
this-
women
this is
writing
volume
gay
3.
stories.
This is volume 3. She is
So much gay fanfic is written by straight women. Okay.
Let me tell you.
It is ridiculous.
Let me tell you.
I do like to think that at some point the boys got the worst, driest sex ed talk from Chauncey's dad. Like, just like
You know, he pulled out that medical encyclopedia and
No.
pulled it open, and it was
Oh.
all medical diagrams. None of it was sexy. It had cross sections. None of it was fully illustrated. It was just cross sections, diagrams.
No.
Yeah. All right. So you all have a lovely long rest, and
Some of us.
that is where we are going to end the episode after all of that. So join us next week as they explore around Coyote's Cliff to figure out what's going on here, possibly. And I will see you all next week, and I will see the rest of you all in about 5 minutes.